guys, this is your girl Asia from the Lady of the Apocalypse, and today I'm going to be doing a video on, it's going to be a reaction slash how to survive a school shooting. So we're going to first react to Run, Hide, Fight by the, I don't think it's by the Daily Wire. I think they just have the, what is it? The publishing, I guess, rights to it. And if you want to see it, it's going to be on their demand service in January.
In between breath, take the shot.
You've done really good out there, kid. The size of that deer, we're going to be eating venison all summer.
On a day's work.
I think we need to see somebody again.
And by we, you mean me?
No, I mean us. Hey, that look in your eye. Guys in my unit had that look.
Maybe there's a brochure you can hand me so I can go?
Clearly, her mother probably died and she's dealing with the trauma. She may have killed her mom in a hunting accident. Either way, her mother's dead. I can feel this.
Is that Chris Jellick over there?
Is he doing something completely weird? Senior prank day. But we'll see all kinds of dumb stuff today. Swim captain will have Thai food delivered to class, and Becky Vaughn will set up her homemade slip and slide.
This is high school. Nothing that happens here matters in the real world.
Okay, we are in charge now, so please pull out whichever app you use to do live streaming video. Get them up and running and point it at me. Now!
Get down on the ground! Any more friends back there?
I'm calling 911.
Get back to your homeroom and stay put until... You must be close.
You should be ashamed.
You should have shut the fuck up. That's not my business.
Very disturbing news out of Vernon Central High School.
Zoe.
In between breath, take the shot.
Is it safe to say that this might be our guardian angel? Do you want more people to die?
That's the last thing I want.
I'm gonna kill one person in this room every 5 minutes. You don't show your face.
Isn't it ironic that after all your hard work, people aren't gonna remember you?
No?
They're gonna remember me.
Okay. I wrote notes if you guys didn't see it. But how to survive. Okay, first off, the movie seems really interesting. It seems like a fun movie to watch. I'm not going to be mad. I like action movies like this. However, I do not have the same mindset as some of my viewers or the people at the Daily Wire have. I don't care. I'm laissez-faire with my life, you know. Government, leave me the hell alone. I'm not going to bomb anything. I'm not going to do anything to fuck with your life. Don't fuck with me. So I have almost an independent mind in reference to this. No. Kids, if this is for teenagers, like, the main girl is a teenager. I know she's probably at least like 27 in real life, but she is supposed to be at least a senior in high school. Hunty children watching this, come closer to the screen. You are not the main character in a school shooting. You're not. You are not going to be Save a Bitch. You are not going to be, what is it? What is that movie called? Ocean 17, Ocean 11, 13, whatever the freak it is. You are not that. You are not the main character. In a school shooting, who is the main character? The shooter, yes, the shooter is the main character. Do not do this stuff. I don't care if your father has, not even your father. I don't care if your mama or your dad, whomever, your uncle, your grandparents are teaching you prepping lifestyle and survivalism. This is not survivalism. It says run, hide, fight. Yes, run, hide, fight. And she fought for no fucking reason. She did. She fought for no damn reason. Okay? Yes, I understand that she wanted to help people to get them out. That's commendable. Wonderful. Wonderful. Immaculate. But you do that when you are also wanting to leave. You don't do that when you are already out of the storm. This is a terrible movie that displays whether to run, hide, or flight. Okay? Or is it? Yeah. No. Okay, it is fight, flight, or freeze. It's the 3 Fs, okay? You take flight, meaning you leave. You run away. Most fights, most situations, you fighting isn't good, okay? When you are surveying the situation, if a man is bigger than you, stronger than you, has more weaponry than you, then maybe you shouldn't fight him. Fight him another day, okay? Freeze, stopping, and not doing anything. It's not really an option when someone is staring you in the face with something. I mean, it might happen. You might not know what to do. But during that time, you should think about what you're going to do. You should think about whether you are going to fight or flight. Okay? In that time of freezing, have it be a little bit productive and be like, okay, what am I going to do? Not like this girl who had her freeze moment and was like, breathe in, breathe out. I'm gonna go back in there and fuck some shit up. No. And then fight when you are fight when there is an equal match. Do that. Okay? And there's a correct way to fight. Like in any zombie movie or TV show, using your gun is not always the best option. Remember that. Remember, guns aren't always your best option. When you are prepping and doing survivalism, you need to have more than one weaponry. And it's not the weaponry of like, oh, I have a AK-47, I have my Glock here, I have my pistol in my bra. No, you need to know how to sling a rock like David and Goliath. You need a slingshot. Okay? You need a gun if you want one. Like, you need 3 types of weaponry. A knife too, okay? Anyway, I think it's interesting. All the young people watching this know that you are not the main character. And let's actually get deeper into it, because the moment that I started writing was when her and her best friend were heading to school and they saw some weird shit. That's the first thing to surviving a school shooting. Being observant. If you are not observant of what's around you, then that's the first way that you're probably going to die. And this isn't just to... I know most of the other videos for how to survive a school shooting is in the moment of the school shooting, but I'm telling you right now, there are times before the school shooting where people could have stopped a school shooting. They could have. One way, like I said, is to be observant. And it's not just the teenagers that are being observant. It is the parents that are being observant, okay? We all know not to mess with the weird kid that is by themselves. We've seen Carrie. You don't mess with people like that. You leave those people alone, okay? Leave them alone. If you see them get embarrassed and them not doing anything and just walking away from it slowly and calmly, don't mess with that person. That person has other things going on with their life and is probably more powerful than you could ever imagine. Don't do it. Stay away from those type of people. Stay away from them unless you really want to be their friends. And 2, parents, You also need to be observant towards your kids. This is why you rarely see Black people becoming school shooters. You don't see them become school shooters because Black families are nosy as shit. We're nosy, okay? And honestly, white people, you need to be a little bit more nosy with your children, okay? You need to see whether your child Stacy is being a dickhead to students. Is your Stacy bullying another student? You maybe need to tell your child not to bully them before that child goes ape shit on them. If your kid is coming home crying, is in their room and is not talking to you, maybe they're being bullied. Maybe you need to say, hey, listen, sweetheart, you have two options. Either we go to the principal and we explain what is happening to you, or we teach you how to fight. So next time you deck that bitch in her face. Which one is it? Because clearly you have taken the time to think about this, and I don't want you to somehow, some way pop off and express yourself. Really, when you hold a lot of emotions in and suddenly they are bursting out, school shootings are planned bursts, okay? They're like little tiny bombs. You know how like when you hold emotion in and one little tiny spark will just boom and you just start yelling at people because of the smallest thing? School shootings are like that. Little tiny things, little tiny comments, little tiny actions. And slowly and surely your child is like, I wonder what would happen if I put a bomb in this place. How would it boom? How would it blow up? And slowly those thoughts turn into plans. It's called manifestation. Okay? Nip that in the butt way before your kid starts manifesting them shooting up the entire school. Yes, do that. If your kid gets a NordVPN or a VPN of any kind and you notice it on your credit card statement, talk to them about that. Be like, hi, sweetie, I noticed a VPN and I searched it up on the internet. Why do you need it? I know you're not buying guns off the dark web. I know you're not trying to buy explosives. Oh, you want to watch French Netflix? Oh, honey, you should have told me. Oui, parlez-vous français? Let's get the family plan. I love French Netflix, and I know your father likes Spanish Netflix, so let's get the family plan. Be nosy. The first thing, being nosy and observant, really, very much the way to go. Very much the way to go. Number 2, this is really more of surviving if you are in it. So this is probably, you do this before and use it sort of during. Be aware of the secret entrances and the ways to get out of your school. I know that at my old high school, I knew of at least 2 ways to get away from the school and be at my house. And I knew of some doors that were never locked or that someone could just leave open and no one would notice. No one would really notice. So as a kid, as a teenager, know where those places are. Know them. And as a parent, know the layout of the school. When you are talking to your kids, because I'm going to talk about schools and their structure and their systems, but when you're talking to your kids about potentially surviving a shooting, tell them, hey, sweetheart, listen, go near this place. Go near the back of the school when they let you out so we don't have to be around all these people, because that is the main place where if someone is out the woods or in a far-off car, they'll shoot. It doesn't matter. Don't be around a bunch of people. That's the perfect time to just start shooting aimlessly at students. Don't be around the crowds, basically. So really having a plan for like any situation when your kid is away from you is very imperative when you want to keep your kids safe. And just having a discussion with them. Lastly, parents, maybe you should talk to the schools about how they are going to plan out their security and their potential school shooting. I know when I was in high school, we had all these random ass drills. I know one drill, I think it was a tornado drill, where we had to sit out in the hallway. I don't know how good sitting out in the hallway is, but knowing the plan of action that your kids are going to have to take when they're not in your care is important. Because if you know, hey, there's a tornado coming by, you know what your kid is doing. As well, you should loosely know of the security at your school. I think there was one time a random person came into our school through an open entrance in the back of the school. I'm telling you, there are multiple entrances at my old high school where you could just enter and no one would know until you were like deep in the school. Because we had A hallway, B hallway, C hallway, and then we had like the auditorium and the back gym and shit like that. You could enter through those entrances and be well enough in like B hallway right near the principal's office, and no one would really know. Except for security, which they were pretty like up on it. They were like, hey, we're an intruder, lock the doors, yada 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 yada. You know? So really, parents, know the protocol that your kids have, and also just have a plan on shit happening. Honestly, I don't think any kid is smart enough to put in a bomb at the school. Every time I see these every time I see these school shooting movies, they're always wanting to put a bomb somewhere. And it's like, really? Really? You have the mental capacity to create a bomb? A good one at that. You have like multiple canisters in multiple locations. You can do all that, yet you can't do your homework? You can't do your homework? You can't get at least a B in your class or a C in your class, yet you are capable of building these bombs? Honey, really? Are we sure about that? Okay. Like you really want to be a chemist. You want to be a chemist now, but not in chemistry? Okay. Okay. Yeah, like I said before, being really nosy and looking into your kid's room and seeing that they have all these chemicals in their room, that's when you call the cops. I think with Columbine, the 2 students actually like went to jail and then they were released, because if you didn't know, Columbine was supposed to be a bombing, but the bombs didn't go off, so they decided just to shoot everybody. If you have multiple kids at your school, you need to have them be like, listen, meet me in, can you get outside? Yes. Okay, good. Meet me in this place. If you have like twins, or if you have like kids in the same grade or just in the same school, have them create a little plan. Be like, okay, I'm gonna leave you guys alone because we went over the drills, we went over gun things and stuff like that. You guys have your own plan. Okay, because I honestly will be damned if my kids go to the same school and they don't have their own secret plan on how to get the fuck out of Dodge. Because I don't want any one of my kids to be like, oh my God, I have to go all the way to C hallway to get my sister when I am in A hallway. No. Child 1 needs to be like, listen, I'm in A hallway between 10 o'clock and 1 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna go out of the back first door where, you know, the kids come in with their weed dealer. Yeah, where are you going out? Okay, you want to go out and see in the back? Okay, near the park? Okay, well, do you want to meet in between in the practice football field? Yes? Okay, we'll meet near that tree. If you're not there in 10 minutes, I'm going to need you to call me. And if you cannot call me, I'll wait 10 minutes and I may or may not go back to get you. Listen, going back in a if she had listen, I would totally agree with this young lady if she had like a sister in the building, but it was just her. If her best friend was in the building, and I get it, she was like, you're my best friend, I'm gonna come get your ass. I did not see no black person in the first group of people that came out of that building. I didn't see no black man in there. Where's your friend? I would I would understand and respect this young lady if her sister was a freshman and she got stuck in the cafeteria because her boyfriend was a senior. I'd understand that, but she does not have that. All she has is a friend. Listen, I'm not going back for a friend. I'll go back for a family member. I'm not going back to death doors for some friends. I'm going to make friends. I'm a likable person. And that is how to survive a school shooting. Please, when you look this up, go watch other people's videos. I'll have them linked down below, but watch them. Those are more of you being inside of the building. Mine are more mental mindset as well as the pre-plan before the school shooting. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys later. Bye.